After Tinubu became president, this guy became frustrated with his life. He had to leave Nigeria through the road. He journeyed through the Sahara Desert, even went through the Mediterranean Sea, hoping that he's going to go to Europe. But unfortunately, he was deported back to Nigeria. When he returned to Nigeria, he discovered that fuel has increased from 185 naira to 1,250 naira. His frustration even became really alarming. The story about to hear right now is a story of survival representing the Nigerian youths and their hope for greener pastures. This is his story.
When I left Nigeria, fuel was 185 naira. I came back to Nigeria, fuel become 1,250 naira. I become how will I now survive? The bike man first took me inside the bush and he was driving inside desert like this, running like someone is pursuing him. He ran for over like going to good 2 hours.
Hi, my name is Ernest Victor. I'm 24 years old. I want to share my story to the world, how I tried to escape from Nigeria to Europe in search of greener pasture. I journeyed through the Sahara Desert and the Mediterranean Sea to look for the greener pasture.
Oh my goodness, bro, I can't believe you tried to risk your life traveling through the Sahara Desert and the Mediterranean Sea just to look for greener pastures in Europe. How did this all begin?
Boss, it was like me passing through a hell to go and survive. But when I was being told about this journey, it was just one of my friends that, bro, there is a road that you can pass through from Nigeria. You will see yourself in Europe. So as the economy start going, everywhere start getting harder, especially when Tinubu become the president of Nigeria. Even to eat become very difficult, to survive. I start struggling very well in my businesses. Even what I was doing then, I was holding bank money because I have some loan on my head as debt. So everything become very tight that I don't know how I can cope again. I have to just one day just decide. And I've watched a lot of video about showing about people that pass through Sahara Desert and get to Europe. If other people are confirming it, me too, I will confirm it. That become my own plan and my own idea. So one day, I just arrange my clothes, arrange my things, go to a park in Lagos State. So that's how I just book motor from Lagos to Sokoto, from Sokoto to Ilela. That's where they call the place. Ilela is the boundary holding Nigeria and Niger. That is where I start seeing this place. Chance of surviving is not like the way I am in Lagos and Nigeria. So, number one, the way the bike man first took me inside the bush and he was driving inside desert like this, running like someone is pursuing him. He ran for over like going to good 2 hours. The bike man keep on running. I was like, where is this guy running with us? Where is he taking us to? And finally, we got to a place that they dropped. I saw a lot of people too that they are also going for the journey. That's how they was squeezing everybody together. Everybody was screaming, shouting, hey. They just drive us zigzag. We don't know where we are going to until they drop us in one bush in desert. We were very thirsty. So some people there were selling water, one pure water. That is where they were selling pure water actually there. And that pure water, they were selling one for 1,000 sefa. And that 1,000 sefa equivalent to Nigeria is 3,500 naira. So, but we don't have choice. We have to buy the water to drink. From there, they start moving in the desert. We don't know where we are. We just seeing ourselves in the desert. From that desert again, they took us to another desert where they kept us in the sun, like an empty ground. That we should stay and sleep because it has become already like something around 4 o'clock to 5 o'clock in the morning. But what keep on making us to be moving is, as we are plenty, it's not only me. We keep on trying to encourage ourselves. No worry, our front go better. We go confirm Europe. This one, that one. So from there, I can't reach anybody anymore because from there my phone SIM card become disconnected, and there's nowhere to buy SIM card. There's nowhere to reach anybody. Nobody to reach. It's just to be in the bush like that. It's not even bush, a desert, because bush even have tree. This one don't have tree. It's a pure dry ground. The pure water I even stored in my bag, I've given out. I was even left with around 3 to 4.
You were giving people your water?
My water, yes. I was giving out to people because a lot of people is very thirsty. Yeah. And many crowd was not even knowing that where we are going, is very hot as of that extent. So many people now is running out of tests. There was a girl, she was even fainting. The girl has started fainting that I've dropped because the water is already finished. Me that I'm even securing, let me have 4 with me. I was like, this water don't finish already. Oh. If I give you now, myself, I know nobody want. So the girl was like, please, I should give her. The girl was even saying anything that you want to do with me. The girl was willing to give anything for her to just drink water as of that process. So on that process,
were people there too?
A lot of people were there struggling with their own self. Some people were struggling. There's no how we can, funny enough, there's no how we can go out from that place, because if you go out from that territory you have lost. There's no how you can come back anymore again, because 2 people went to find water. We were not able to see them again. Anybody that leave that place, because it is something that they call a very thick sand. It's only those Arab men that know how they kept us, where they kept us, and how they can come and meet us. In that place, there was one girl, she gave up because she was not able to survive on the test and everything. That girl gave up there. So that is on the front of... She lost her life.
Wow.
On the corner there, that is where some people went and go and open sand with their hand. It's our hand we used to dig the ground. To bury her. To put her on the ground.
Chai.
So...
And so rest in peace.
So after that one again...
And I'm sure our family will not know.
It's a Sarah anybody that just on his own.
Your family will never know about your whereabouts.
Who know about where even... Nobody even know where even...
They'll just consider her missing.
Yes, that is it. They drove us again from that location that we are to another place within the Sahara Desert. They said we should come down. We men, we came down with some ladies. Then like few ladies, they went with them. After some time again, they brought those ladies back. So we don't...
People don't know what they use those ladies
for. We don't know what they did. They don't know what they did. So that night, they tell us that we are going to be going to the next stage. We say, okay, no problem. So the next stage becoming we going to Algeria. So it was not an easy journey. On that process, our Arab man, when they are driving, once everybody have entered the hills, you fall off, is your own. You stand in, is your own. He was speeding massively. One of my guys that, because he covered his face because of the sand, or the whole sand. So in the process, where he's arranging himself, he fall off. We are hitting the hills. Hey, boss, hey. The Arab man is not stopping.
He's not stopping, and people are falling off.
I say people are falling off. He's not stopping. We can't stop the person. If you talk too much, if you even talk too much, either he bring out gun to threaten you, or he even flog you. Human being is treated like animal. If you don't have a say. You don't have anything you want to say on that journey. Say you want to talk. If you talk, they are giving you better beating. Me, I collect better beating. That was just saying, mon ami, pardon. That one was even. It was when I was trying to help one girl that was even tested.
You don't learn their language, Nana.
Yeah, mon ami, pardon. That is only what I can say. Pardon means please forgive.
Yeah, forgive.
So that is how he was just speeding. The guy fall off. He was not normally he was also maybe stop, let this guy enter, but they are not stopping.
Chai.
So he have to stay there to. That's just the reality truth.
Jesus Christ.
It's not that he's like maybe he fall, he has bruises or something. Let him come and join the motor, but he has to just be there. Nobody's taking him back. Nobody's parking. That has become the law. Then there's where he drive. All of us, you can't do anything. Even say one of the major thing that is just in the journey is that even in the journey, even if someone your eye here, even you for you to cry yourself is very hard. You can't even cry. You can't even feel anything. Your hope is just I'm going to Europe. That becomes your own hope and your own thinking. You don't even think about human being. Then I don't know how Algeria police saw the, what are they calling it? The healers. The Algeria police start chasing our motor because it's human trafficking. So they don't allow, it's a very serious offense. And it is their own citizen that is doing the business, which is Algeria citizen. So in that process, they chase the motor that the man have to run into heavy, thick desert. Because if he's going on his own, you don't have problem. But once he's carrying human being, that becomes the problem.
I heard that you were sold. At which point were you sold?
So from Tebesa to where I was being sold, they sold like I entered normal, what are they calling it? Normal taxi. We don't know that where they are taking us to is where they are going to go and sell us to Guinea and Ivory Coast, Ivorian guys. So those guys now, I don't know how they do their selling and buying, but you just know that you have been sold. That's what they just say, that you have been sold. I have to start calling all my families. I called my father, I called my uncle, I called my brother. I start begging everybody, please, I've been kidnapped, because they're not letting me to go. Every day they have beat me today, they have beat me tomorrow. They like bringing you out. They will beat you now. in the night, they'll beat you till night, they'll let you to sleep. In the morning, they bring you out again, continue the beating. I say, what the kind of beating that they beat me, after they beat me, I fall very, 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 very sick. So one of my uncle responded. So it was just a gathered money, everybody gather, and they were able to pay. So after that, they finally free me. So I got to the next stage, which would come Tunis, the capital of Tunisia. Those people, the Tunisia people, they don't like we black. If you want to get water, you have to walk from here to something like up to like 15 kilometers to go and get water. To go and get, it's not that you're getting water like one rubber of water. You're only getting like all these, they are ragolis, because that's what we used to fetch the water.
You just made me realize that Nigeria is not that so bad, because I mean, if you have to be in an environment where you have to lack water in that way, it's crazy. I don't think there's any place in Nigeria where you will lack water. So I don't think it's not just you, it's also affecting some of their citizens too.
Yes, even them, their citizens too, they are also poor. It's not even only we Nigeria.
I can imagine.
They are also poor. They are very poor. It's a poor country because there is nothing. Even their citizens know that they don't have anything.
So at which point did you get into the sea?
I was at kilometer 80. From kilometer 80, that is where we pushed our boat. The kilometer is just, look at the kilometer 80. They say from kilometer 80 to Lampedusa is 4 hours. Once your boat can move as fast, 4 hours, you should confirm Lampedusa. So because the kilometer is closer, according to the kilometer, you are closer to Europe. Because in Europe map, there's how it comes to Africa in the water. There's how it comes together. So
what they mean is that 4 hours on sea, you get to Europe.
You should see yourself in Lampedusa. But one thing is that we do not know that that place becomes a port where things are coming in from. Because it's a port where they have a lot of security, which is Tunisia security guard. So we have put our boat with our captain and everything. Now, start the boat. We are on top of the water, moving. See us almost like to confirm Europe. The next thing, police, Tunisia police, because they move with speed boats. And once you have been catch, they will tear gas you, they will stone you, they will start hitting your engine so that the engine should off. To cut everything, they took us down to Asamaka. Asamaka become Niger. That was Algeria that brought us back to Asamaka. Then from that Asamaka, we register on that ION. And a lot of my guys that is there, people that are on that process of, because it's not only died, some people lost. So one thing I would just say, this route of passing road, Mediterranean Sea or road to go to Europe is a death trap. It's just a death trap. Europe does not want anybody to go and to confirm Europe. Instead of you to pass through road and go to Europe, it is better you save or walk gradual and be able to raise funds and go in a legal way. Anything illegal way by human trafficking, I don't advise any of the Nigeria. This, I'm just even trying to make it in a very shorter way, because it's something that if I start saying my story, is a very long story, and even if I'm even saying the story, it will not be that touching until you experience it.
You experience it, then you really know what it feels like.
You really know how it feels, because
the torture, yes, everything you had to experience.
Because many people will look you good on the camera. Oh, this guy is this guy that passed through all these things that that are talking about. Yes, because it's not showing. They are expecting you should look somehow, but yes, it is not showing, because yes, I've come back to my country. It's my country that make me. So
you were finally deported back to Nigeria.
Yes.
Yeah. But so when you came back, how did you start your life again?
Nothing much actually. I have to just, one thing is that I went to Lagos, and Lagos is somewhere that is open to almost everybody. So I have to go there to look for anything I can be doing. Before I left for the journey, I was doing some logistic, like driving for delivery. So it's just that I don't have my own bike. I have to just partner with a company and be using their bike. So since then, I don't have something serious that I would say I'm doing.
Except this your bike business?
Bike business, and even the bike is not my own. So it's not earning me much up what I can use to start up my life. So since then, yes, I've been struggling a lot to just pick up. In the journey now that I left, I lost more than 7 million naira, which my family was able to spend on this journey.
Oh,
lot
not
of-
that you had the 7
I
million.
don't have it.
But the consequences of your
Of
decision
everything.
fell back to your family.
Yes.
And your family were sending money
Sending
to
money.
save you. Goodness.
Everything.
And if you were in Nigeria and you really needed this money to start something, nobody would have brought it to.
It's funny enough,
But
bro,
because it was life and death, they had to find
that
a
is
way
how
to.
it came out.
That is life.
Some people even have to
anyways.
go and borrow the money.
Yeah.
So it was one of my friends said that even deceived me into the journey. But I will not talk anything. I will just say, I thank God for a life that He gave me back to be alive, to be among the living. Because it's a privilege. Or even me saw myself that I've on the journey. I never expected that I would be alive. Me that I'm here even talking is just by His grace. So that's one thing I can only just testify. So
Thank
it's a
God for
very
your
long
life.
story.
And you are 24 years old.
Yes, boss.
From your story, it will not be advisable for anyone to take the same risks of traveling to the Sahara Desert to find greener pastures overseas. You know, the struggle in Nigeria, the hardship, because we are a populated nation, some people feel that they are going to survive anywhere else. And when we hear all these countries, Tunisia, so country, we think that it's better there. It's only when we get to travel over there that we discover that it's way better here in Nigeria, just that it's difficult. You know, your story is a story of survivor, and it's a proof that Nigerians are willing to take risks. But from your story, the risk doesn't even look like it was worth it.
Never
Do you
was
understand?
it, boss.
Because you could have lost your life. Innocent people lost their lives. And apart from that, you also created a financial burden for your family and for your innocent friends.
It's true, boss.
You know, so I feel that maybe somebody else watching this video who is considering leaving the country because of how difficult their life is right now may watch this video and have a rethink. You understand? I haven't really traveled. The only African country I've been to is Ghana. And when I went there, Ghana wasn't bad, but then you know that Nigeria is good.
Very better.
You know, when you go to a new environment where you don't know people, you definitely appreciate your country. I'm telling you. It's
Yes.
nowhere like home. It was wonderful having you here. I don't know what else to ask because he has said a lot of things. And these days I try not to really ask a lot of questions because my viewers consider it interruptions. I knew that sometimes while he was talking, I interrupted him a few times, but it was necessary to do that anyway. So at the moment you are doing your dispatch.
Yeah, I'm doing dispatch.
What
but
about the loans you are owing? Have you been able to pay off the ones you had before leaving the country?
boss, I've not been able to pay anything because what I'm using to do the dispatch, number one, it is not my own. Number two, since I come back, I've never been able to pick up myself. I'm still struggling very, very hard. I'm still struggling to even put food on my table. I came back to Nigeria. When I left Nigeria, fuel was 185 naira. I came back to Nigeria, fuel become 1,250 naira. I become how will I now survive? Because even only the fuel is taking out even the small money that you will say you should even be seeing. Now everything become very, very, very difficult. Everything become very, very tight. Everything become very, very hard that I don't even know how I'm going to even plan my life. So since then, I've been frustrated. Now, no family members that is willing to help me. Nobody is willing to assist me with anything. So I'm just pushing my life in a gradual way. That's why I just choose to share my story. If the world will hear me and choose to help me.
So what kind of help do you need now? Because you know, a lot of people are going through difficulty, but your story, you look like somebody who is hardworking. From the story of your journey of survivor, trying to risk your life to go to Europe, you seem like somebody who is not a lazy person. I really don't know what to say right now, but if there's anybody who is watching this video and feel that they want to help this young man, it would be necessary that we try to help him. I have stopped asking people to call their phone numbers on my show because of some of the fraudulent things people do. Sometimes you come on the show, you call your phone number, I don't know the interaction that will go on between the people watching and the people who came to tell the story. At the end, some people come to my DM and say, oh, so thing happen, and then I'll be the one to bear the responsibility. And most times when we try to raise money for people, some people do not use the money for the intended purpose. Do you understand? So at the end of the day, it doesn't seem like we're actually doing anything for some of the people we bring to our show. These things have actually discouraged me, but looking at you, a young man, I really don't even know what to say. What is something you like to do with your life right now? I feel like maybe by answering this very question, anybody who is watching and feel led to help you, you're 24 years old, should be able to know if they will or not. Just let.
Thank you, boss. One thing I would say is that, number one, there's a lot of things that I know that me myself I can do. I've done music, I've sing song, I even act. Then I have a lot of ideas in my head. Then presently what is giving me food that I'm using to survive is bike riding in Lagos. But
so do you mean that if you have a chance to get your own bike, you'll be happy?
Very, very well.
Okay.
I'll be one of the most happiest person.
If you are watching this video right now and you feel like you are interested in this young man's life and you like to help him, he's in need of a bike. I really don't know how much it costs right now, but if there's anybody who would love to support this man in any way, I'm trying to think of how people can reach out. I'm tempted to say let me call your phone number, but I have decided to stop it because of some of the issues that we've experienced. But call your phone number. I don't know, I don't want to do this anymore, honestly.
Boss,
The calling of phone number, you don't understand how people come here and create problems for me, honestly. Somebody can come here with a story and at the end of the day you have no idea what it feels like. I really don't know. If I tell people to reach out to me so they can reach out to you, I may not see all the messages people may send. That will not be another issue. Call your phone number.
081 38 70 45 67. 081 38 70 45 67.
So if there's anybody who have watched this video and you're led to bless this young man, he needs a bike. I don't know how much it costs. Please, let's see how we can help him, please. The video is a really long one. I don't think a lot of people watch till the end, but if just one or two persons, I really don't know how many persons will watch till this very end. If you are led, no matter what, let's see how we can support him, so he can have a good start for his life. Hopefully from there he should be able to take charge of his life and bounce back. Okay, life is difficult for a lot of people, but let's see how we can help make somebody. How much is that bike?
Because I'm using big bike, which is dispatch bike, not now it's over going to 2 million naira.
2 million. Hey God.
The bike was 650,000, but as of Tinubu enter, thing run to 2 million naira. It's like 1 point something 2 million. That's how you get the bike presently.
I really don't know what to say at this point. I have tried my best to share the story. It's now left alone for people. We don't even have the capacity to help because
that is how. So even if I not even get the bike, I can get an engine for my own because I have a bike, but there's no engine. I have the picture here. There's no engine.
It's left, like I said, the reason I don't like putting people's phone number is that when somebody with good intention tries to contact them and say, how can I help you? Some people leave the main reason of what they really want and begin to mention other things. From needing a bike, some people say, oh, house rent. Some people say, oh, I'm not feeling well, I'm sick. And before you know, the person wants to help, feel discouraged, and at the end of the day, they won't even get any help at all. Or some of them will try to abuse the privilege, and maybe if you are lucky and a lot of people reach out to you, they feel like more people will keep on reaching out. So instead of using it to buy bike, they want to go buy clothes, buy phones, and at the end they don't buy bike. And they'll never ever reach out to us to say, oh, we were able to buy a bike after the story has been shared. I feel really discouraged from sharing people's contacts in the video. So no, it's not about you being my boy. It's about you just, doing the right thing. You understand me? You see, when you do the right thing, God sees your heart and He'll send help. That is the way life works. And one thing with these kinds of videos is that sometimes these videos, somebody can just watch it 6 months later and just reach out to you from nowhere. That is how life works. So there's a man who always supports my work. Like when I bring people to my show, he's always supporting. I think he has sent a lot of money through my foundation to people. So I'll try to see if I can share this video to him. If he is interested, I feel like that man alone can even buy this bike. That's if he shows interest, but I know that he deals with a lot of issues like this. So he might not be so buoyant at all times. But I'll be very happy if anybody will be willing to help you, because you are a young man. It is easy to repair a young person than to fix an adult. You understand? So thank you so much for sharing the story. Your story will serve as a lesson to others, and will also let people, the international community, know some of the difficulties Nigerian youth are facing.
Funny enough,
and the risks they take for a better life.
Funny enough, presently now there's no even road on that route, because you go in there now, just you want to go and waste your money. There's no longer road. Tunisia and Italy that people are trying to migrate to, they have gotten like agreement to not allow immigrants. So anybody passing through that route is just going there to go and waste money, because all the group that I'm into now, they are just giving me updates how they are catching all the old boats. They are not even allowing, they come to their places, even to the bush that they are hiding now. They are coming there to scatter everybody. So they just don't want immigrants anymore, because they said that Italian government came to pay Tunisia government money to not allow people to pass that route again, which is that route to go to Europe.
Okay. All right, guys, thank you so much for watching this very episode. Let's say bye to our viewers. I hope some of you have learned something from it. Bye bye.